Okay, so what we're doing today, the business of the day, is to draft. The first thing is to draft the um, puff leaf. There are two types of puff leaf. Written here, puff leaf with fullness and cap. I believe we all understand what puff leaf is. You have a sleeve that just is full at the cap here. Normal short sleeve usually. It could be long, yeah. It's of any length actually. It now depends on how you want the base to be. You might want the base to just fit around the arm, or you have a puff sleeve that is has fullness at the cap. So there's also the one that has fullness at the hem. That means the cap is okay. You didn't slash, you didn't add any fullness to the cap. But um, at the end, it could be somewhere around your elbow or above the elbow. You add some fullness. It's usually short. First is usually short at best elbow level. So there will be fullness at the end. There will be no fullness. The cap will be the same, the normal cap. And then we have the third one that is puff sleeve with fullness at cap and hem. That means you've added fullness at the cap and you've also added fullness at the end. That one is usually very lovely. It's usually very full and bulgy. You use such for a lot of picture designs. Sometimes they even exaggerate it very big, puffed both at the cap and at the hem. And it is the amount of fullness you add that will determine how bulgy the sleeve will be, but it's usually very beautiful. So we'll be starting with the puff sleeve with fullness at cap. So what I've done is if you are doing something, just ensure that you brought how do I put it? Spread out half of your um half of your sleeve. Like this is the full sleeve here. This is the full sleeve that I've done here. This is the elbow level. This is supposed to be the back side, and this is the front side. So all I did is just to trace the back side, because for short sleeves you might not really need the front and the back curve to be different because it's big. It's not your slim curve and your slim sleeve rather. So what I've done is to just trace and cut out like part of the back sleeve from the cap down to, I measured under the arm, I measured 2 inches, and that's what I've traced out. I believe you can see. I want a short puff sleeve. You can trace up to like 4 or even down to your elbow. But the reason why we are measuring here that it's better to measure here because you get a straight line than to measure from the middle. So that's why we just measure from here 2 inches. So I want to believe you understand how I came about this now. So meaning that this is the center. What you will do with this is whenever you want to put this on your fabric now, you're going to fold your fabric. This will be the folded part. So now I want to do puff sleeve with fullness at cap. I'm just going to be very good. So this is the center. I put this here like this. and I just pinned it here. Okay, so but before I do that, um, so the first thing I'm going to do is to create flat lines. I would not allow whatever I'm flashing must not go. It must not go beyond this. How do I put it now? Beyond this bridge, From here it comes down. Leave this cup because it's the cup of the arm. It's going under the armhole. It doesn't necessarily need any slashing. Just ensure that you leave that space and start from somewhere here. So what I did is to divide. I said this is like 1.5 inches slash line. That's what I've done here. This is 1.5, and then another 1.5, and then another 1.5 here. That's what I've done. So now I'm going to start slashing. So I'll slash from up because I'm adding fullness at the I'm adding fullness at the calf. So I'm flashing it from the calf down to the end. But I'm not cutting it through. So that's what I've done. So but because I also need fullness to start from the middle, so I'm going to shift it. I'm going to be spreading to 2 inches. So but for the middle, I will spread 1 inch for the middle. Because it's going to be on both sides. So it's going to be the same thing. So this is from the middle 1 inch. I'm securing this in place. Then I'm going to start spreading the rest to 2 inches. So I spread this 2 inches. I secure. And then I spread it also 2 inches. Secure. And this place also 2 inches. 2 inches. That's secure. So I have my curve of the arm intact here. So I'm just going to come here. And then here, I'm going to blend in the curve here. For reference, I'm not going to remove the white sheet so that I will know where to. If it is split, I will know where to split. But usually, I think that is better for puff sleeve. It makes it puff better. So this becomes your new center. we're going to be operating. Hmm? Uh, so let's assume this is your fabric now. Come. Assuming this is your fabric now. And folded that into two. So I'm going to cut again. And you know that when it is your fabric, you add things because all of this does not have things added. So by the time you are cutting on your fabric, you are adding like half inches all through, like this. You add half inches there. And then whatever, if it is half or one you want to add on the side, you also add. But I'm not going to do that here. I'm just going to cut it and do it. So you must always remember to add your thing when cutting on your fabric. Otherwise, there will be no thing for you to show. So, I have my notcher. This is the tool you use to notch. Yeah. Use this to notch to know where your pleats are, especially if it is split, if it's not gathered. But if it's gathered, all you need to do is ensure that this thing is notched so that by the time you gather, you know that you are not exceeding this part. So this is your half plate. Yeah, calf sleeve, puff sleeve rather, sorry. So I want to just gather for you to see. I'm trying to gather it on the mannequin. I will show you what it looks like. Sorry, because it's paper, that's why it's like this. So can you see? It gives that puff effect. So you can see how soft it is. If you want it to have structure, you can add structure, you can add your crinoline. Maybe you want this place to just hang like that. You know it's paper. If it's closed, it might not hang like this. So you can add your crinoline, you can add your hemming gum to make it stay in place like that. And you have your puff sleeve. So do we all understand this? Alright. Good. I'm seeing thumbs up and things, signs that we understood that. Thank you. So now we're going to proceed to the next type of puff sleeve, which is fullness at hem. Puff sleeve with fullness at hem.